you can do your best in life. Just be aware that just because you're doing your best, don't expect anybody else on the planet to give a damn. And when you can accept that fact, then you'll never be suicidal or homicidal. Just accept it. Nobody cares because they don't want to care. Because they're aware, they've been aware of what you just found out so young. Everybody's just been faking it to avoid going to work. Like people have just spent their whole lifetime not doing their best. So whatever. So all those people that you went to middle schools with and high schools with and elementary schools with, they're all still being the same stupid fake people they were when you met them in 1983 or 85. And that's why I'm not sad. I just say, oh, no wonder I didn't want to go out today. Because, you know, life's not been fair on purpose. So I'm good. I know what happened. I was there. I did my best. I just choose not to drink myself to an alcoholic death because that's just not necessary. My daddy did that. I know what that looks like. I know what that feels like for other people, and I don't want to go through that. So I'll just be conscious and smoking weed, but hopefully not too much, you know, more than what I'm doing now, because there's just not enough hours in the day, and there's not enough pharmaceuticals to make me feel better. I just do this to take the edge off. I don't care. I'm not outraged. I did my best. What more is there to do, people? Come on. This is retarded, man. All I need to do now is just not collect any more information about my environment and just focus on me and my anus. Oh, I have bubble guts again. Yeah, it's because your vagus nerve is talking to you. Oh, I'm aware. Yeah. Yep. It's 2022. I was born in 1973. I'm 48. I'm a little bit over you all. Too bad the world's not over themselves. Oh, I know. It's because they have so much money and free time and so many people telling them that they're doing a good job and asking them, how are you doing? That they just want to participate. And that's why they want their world to continue, because they have someone to participate in world with. So they want to have fun. And because you don't, so young, that's why you don't want to. Yeah, I know. It's not rocket science. Are you guys over yourselves yet? No? Well, I'm not going to kill myself, so let the World War III commence. How long is this one going to last? Probably till the world is done existing physically. And that's why I didn't tell my children to join the military. Because I could see how people were treating me on purpose, regarding me like I didn't matter and have a brain. And that's why I don't care, because it's got a systemic effect. If I'm in an organization that doesn't want to honor me as a creature with an actual brain, I'm not going to have a good life. And that's why I don't care to fight or get upset ever. I'm just mindful of my mood so I don't go to jail. That's the name of the game. Just stay in home jail. I don't need to go to your public jail. You people are disgusting. The more I find out about life, the less I worry. Because you're not worth worrying about. Humans, you're only worth taking care of for a short time. That's the time that you can't be in opposition to love or authority. So go to hell. Now you know why people go hiking 3,000 miles. Because there's nothing worth engaging with. We're literally just doing our best to stay alive until God's like, okay, I'm done with you. Here, I'm going to turn your heart off. And God's done with me. That's why he turned my heart off. Psychologically, my heart's turned off. And now I'm just waiting for the physical component of that correlating, manifesting body part to go ahead and also energetically stop wanting to function. Just accepting my reality. Without a man in my life, I know I'm limited. So what about it? I've done everything I could possibly do to be married, to find someone to marry, and nobody wanted to do that. So I'm okay. I accept that. I would rather have no marriage than a fake marriage. That's because I am able to buy my own TP, and I am able to pay the water bill for the throne, that toilet throne of mine that I honor with toilet paper and accolades of Gain, Mr. Clean, and accolades of Clorox, sodium hypochlorite. Most definitely. Those activities will still continue in my life. I just choose not to interact with human as much as possible so that I don't become unnecessarily concerned with the same old set of facts that nobody loves you, nobody wants to love you, and everybody's doing their best to make sure you know that you're not going to get what you want on this planet ever. And we want you to suicide. We want to see how long are you going to last. Because we really just want to take you out and just nail you to a cross and have our own little party and have a real Christmas for once. I'm aware. That's called I'm around Christians and Catholics. I know. And I just study and contemplate about my heroes. Mao Zedong, Joseph Stalin, Adolf Hitler, Genghis Khan. That's pretty much the top 4. Ivan the Terrible. How about the Bolshevik Revolution? How about that? What about communism? What about Marxism? And I can totally just get lost in documentary stories in my head, imagining what it must have been like to have been a 30-something-year-old Mao Zedong going out into the different provinces and learning about, oh my goodness, this is crazy. What the hell is going on around me? These people have no clue what needs to happen. They're barbaric. I just say something and then they start killing each other. And then you want to blame Mao Zedong because he said something and it upset the peasants and then it upset the landowners and they started killing each other? That's not Mao Zedong's fault. Or is it? Because didn't Charles Manson get locked up? Well, he did different types of killing. He did senseless killing of Hollywood entertainers. You know, he was that Manson family value guy. And that's why they kept him, you know, in that California jail. He just recently died. Yep. And I wonder if everybody can understand now a little bit more the phenomenon of female gendercide. Why? Why, Mommy? Why? Why does Daddy have to go to work, Mommy, every day? Why? Where do you go? Why don't you go to work, right? So when you have this situation occur where one person is always going to work and the other person's just not feeling it. And you do this over and over again after a period of many years. When was the last time we had a world war? Since, you know, now we're in our 3rd world war currently in 2022. It's been a while, huh? Yeah, it's been a bit. It's been a hot minute. It really has. It's been a hot minute since we were interacting on the world war level at level dose, right? That's right. And now we're in World War III. Wow. Nothing has changed about people. Except there's more up, yeah. And this was all predicted way back when, boys and girls. Here's your daily dose of true mystery manifested for you to enjoy and believe in God again. Are you feeling like you believe in God again? Oh, good for you. How real is God to you now? Right? How about you just say, God is like fire. If I ever question God, let me look at God like this concept of fire. God is real. Oh, you didn't know? Here. You don't believe in God? Now you do. I believe. Yeah, you do. Hush it, hush it. Hush it, hush it. Hush it, hush it. I'm just so lonely. I just talk to my phone like my friend because I literally don't have anything else animated that's willing to verbalize back to me except for my phone. And I'm grateful for that. My dog can verbalize, but not the way I'm wanting to hear because that's not what my dog is for, my companion. I am my own companion. Yep, I did my best in life, so. I'm fine. It's just really disgusting, that's all. It's like seeing a bunch of guts on the floor, and they're not supposed to be on the floor. They're supposed to be underneath the skin, underneath the subcutaneous tissue, behind the muscle fascia, behind all that stuff. Then you're supposed to have the guts in their gullet, little cavities, everything in their nice compartments. You got your sacs covering your other sacs. You got your plurals covering what needs to be pluralized. It's a very nice system, the human body, and so when I find out more about the level of, oh wow, they just chose not to care, huh? When I find out more about that, I just have to regard my own dignity with not making myself do things. Like, I'm not wanting to go be kind to anybody because I need to recover from, oh wow, I really got lied to, huh? Yeah, that's not being played because nobody was having fun. That's called you got lied to. And now that you're not dead, all those people cumulatively have to quietly, in their unconscious awareness, which is the most uncomfortable awareness at times, because the resolve has to come from within you. So the only reason why I even bother to speak is I know that if I don't speak up, me not talking is going to have me implode upon myself. So I know that my job as a human is to share what I know. And that's all I got to do right now for this day, March the 26th, 2022. I'm in charge of my cranial contents today. And when I manipulate the physical abilities of my cranial components only focusing on the parts of me that you can't even see, all right? All that cholesterol inside my cranium, my beautiful, gorgeous collection of dendrites and axons and myelin sheaths. They want to communicate with me. My entities are within me. My polarized membranes of neurotransmit transit takes me to where I need to be cognitively. And when I can deliver myself safely to my own celestial safe space, I know that I can invite you upon my space station, and I only do that because I know the level of misery that I have felt, and I know you can't reach more of your internal misery perceptions until I go ahead and just lean into my own growing misery. Once again, I know that you're not going to be able to be as miserable as you can be until I am willing to go deeper into my own misery. And then as I resolve here and there, and as I share, because I will, I don't get angry about this life journey. Why would I be angry and then not want to share information? Why? Because now, by default, that's going to make everything that I ever did, I will be wasting my own time while staying alive. That's why resentment never is going to equal health. In whatever way, shape, capacity, or form that you try to repackage your resentment, that you try to recycle that energy and make it look like something else, no, that's not how these energy systems are communicating. And you have to go with the proper intention to still dare to care about the condition of the collective soul. That's what I dare to care about, the condition of the collective soul. That's why I bother to speak up, because when I care about the condition of the collective soul, and I'm referring to Homo sapien, I have now by default taken care of everybody that falls under the umbrella of the authority of the Homo sapien. So now we don't smile. No, we don't take this moment. No. Because if you do that, then you just took yourself out of fight, flight, or freeze mode, and you put yourself in memory lane. I want to take this time to get some Jezebel glory for myself because I'm tired. No, that's just false reassurance. Everything human does is simply a band-aid. Your words that you offer one another, the hugs that you give one another, all of that is just a band-aid. That's why ultimately you just don't look for people and you do your best to just, no, don't need you, go away. Because my reality is what it is. I have not been one to push away somebody that I was ever interested in. I just won't. And so because of that, I've done my best. And that's why I can say what I'm saying without question or without hesitation of, am I interpreting? Well, yeah, I am interpreting my own life experience appropriately because I have given the appropriate energy that I had for every intention that was necessary to have a agreed upon experience or a consenting experience. That means having a truthful experience. When you're not having a truthful experience with a creature, you're not having a consenting experience. Stella's having a consenting experience with me because she's not trying to, I mean, she could get away if she wanted to. She just doesn't need to. She's happier here, you know. She doesn't exhibit any agitation with her status. She's actually, there you go. They're happy. They're happy. They're happy. They're out there. Paradox downstairs guarding me, protecting my energy. Telling them people outside that are being negative and being fake, because he can hear the Jezebel in them. He can hear. He can hear that energy. He doesn't like that energy. It gets on his last mother father nerve. That energy is take. I want. All I want from you. Oh my God, I want from you totally. Yeah, let's do it. That's what Paradox doesn't like. He also doesn't like black people. He just doesn't. I didn't tell him to hate black people. He just doesn't. I believe that there's something going on in the collective unconscious psyche of the black American. And that's why my dog barks. That's not a racist statement. That's just an observation, because that's how we refer to different cultural groups in America, is we won't say the name of the culture. We won't say the Haitian culture people. We won't say the Ugandan cultured people. No, we just say black people. And then they'll call themselves black too. And then some people will get upset and say, no, I'm not black, I'm Coco. And I'm like, well, I'm yellow. I mean, I know I'm not Crayola box yellow, but I know what that refers to is that I'm of the Asian DNA'd folks. And I know what white means. It doesn't mean that I'm as white as the paint on the wall. It just means that my daddy was of Eastern and Western European DNA ancestry, and he was a tall guy. So that's what makes him white. He was like a white giant man, you know? And so folks will get real sensitive about that over here because we have freedom of speech in America. And then if they're having a bad day, well, since there's freedom of speech, well, then they'll have the freedom to take their feelings out on what you have to say. And then you have to have the freedom to decide if you want to interact with that unnecessary interaction. I mean, if someone wants to be emotional with you in a negative way, and you don't deserve negative behavior because you're not even aware that, first of all, that you've socially transgressed into someone's unseen psyche. You don't even know. And people in the United States of America, they'll purposely keep information from you to see if you might trigger them, to determine if whether or not you're good enough to be around them. Because they'll automatically assume, hey, you're a woman, you don't know how to take care of yourself at all. And what they'll do, these people here, men and women, and it doesn't matter what their sexuality is, people are just very jealous because they have created for their own selves their own nesting trap where they will procure someone to take their frustrations out on life in a sexual way. Keep that person at their abode, at their residence, at their casa, all right? and do their best to have that person behave a certain way around them at all times, to cater literally to their toddler behaving internal selves, their internal selves that look for approval, that determine whether or not you were kind enough, that determine whether or not, I don't like how she acted with me. She didn't seem like she really cared. They'll just say things like that, and then they'll get together with one another, and they'll talk about that, and they'll just decide without checking back in with you whether or not your behavior was offensive to them and why. They'll have a whole story going on, and then they'll never tell you. Oh no, they'll just ask you how to do things at work, how to not kill people, you know. That's all. They want to make sure they get to eat and drink also when they're on the clock as much as possible. And go smoke cigarettes too, right? That's right. And that's the American lifestyle. And if you're a woman, typically in America, households are comprised of a man and a couple women. Because I say households because one man can be keeping a couple different women in America. They'll never know. It's called electronic deposit, please. It's called online banking, please. So back in the day, I believe the biggest issue was most likely just getting resources to someone that you knocked up. You know, the milkman, I only come here once a week. I'll see you next week. You know, check in with you and how your pregnancy's going. Girl I got knocked up that's married. And nowadays, you know, people are free to go wherever they want to. There's a little travel restriction because of COVID and the no-fly zone over Russia and Ukraine and the surrounding areas in Europe that people are still going to travel to anyway, get shot, get hurt, and then go online about it. Yeah, and we just accept that as that's part of how things are. And instead of inserting social stops, such as education, with advancing social technologies such as internet, we just keep pushing the envelope of what can we do, what can we do, what can we do? And you don't have any committee working with the what can we do crew to say, why are you doing that again? And what did you want to do that and what for? Okay, so why did you want to do that again and what for? What was your reason? You just wanted to see just because. Well, we can't continue to fund your just because query because you just wanted to see what you could see or say with science guy anymore because you are ethically behind on your science curve. So no more physical experimenting in the lab until you get your theories for proper ethical maintenance procedures. Hey, we got an ethical deficiency going on over here, I see, in this procedure of what you're doing. When I back up the video on this simulation camera, my eye in the sky, my surveillance devices, collectively these iPhones are letting me know what's going on. And I can tell from the way these boards are lighting up at these times that you guys are really pinging on this one topic. And instead of inserting those social controls and stopping and saying time out, we need to just quickly, I just had an observation and I want to bring it to the attention of the group. This is abnormal, what's going on. And although it's very funny right now, my concern is that 5 months from now, this isn't going to be funny because you currently have 100 people fixated on this red dot, and now we have 5,000 on the same red dot. It's becoming a pathology because there's too many people lighting up the board over here going winner, winner, chicken dinner on very abnormal psychological behaviors being celebrated too much in cadence. Blood platoon, let's go, hooked up online, be a live stream right now. I'm talking about rape, crime, snuff porn, killing women on live video feeds, and using that for group masturbation sex parties that people pay to get into to be able to have access to the live feed of snuff porn. You ever wonder where your neighbor went and never came back from on vacation or just disappeared one year? Maybe she took a vacation to a foreign place in a foreign land with the woman with the yellow hair. What's she doing over there? She went down to Mexico. Yeah, Sergeant Morton was a big old hoe. 20 years in the Air Force, yo, still unmarried with no kids, you know, yeah. Life in the USA. When you pay your bills, you get screwed. Either way, as a woman, it kills. Life on the globe today. All you stupid men can chop your testicles off your own way. We don't even care to get angry to punish anything because we don't want to raise our voice. Me, myself, and I, and my family, Stella, Pear Dog, the people that are here with me in this building, my 2 sons, my daughter, they know that I've done my best as a human. So I'm not going to get upset about anything. I literally have done my best as a human, and people have seriously just stuck to the same script because it worked out for you. It empowered you to pick on somebody. Why did you do that? Why? Because it worked out for you, because you didn't get punished, you didn't get caught. How much do you need to figure out, oh, dumb, watered down science brains of the past that have not bothered to do anything to reach out and say hello to me? That's fine. Go kill yourselves. Everybody I ever worked with before in my whole entire life, I truly do not care. That's how disgusting it is. To know that, oh, you have this much access to me and you just didn't bother to reach out to help me. Wow, you truly are a piece of shit. Go kill yourself. Here, can I watch? Hang on, let me video that because, life's pretty hard. I need something to shock me into reset mode. So go fuck off. So I won't do that because there's a pathology to that. That's part of using other people's pain as a crutch to get you through. That's why you have to sit in time out until you feel better all by yourself, you dum-dums. You didn't listen to the own advice that your mommy and daddy gave you, or your mommy and daddy didn't tell you that, or you've just been conveniently avoiding this because you can, because you're that much of a stupid sissy that would rather see other people suffer. Oh, I just don't want to deal with my own. Yeah, go kill yourself. We don't care. Me, myself, and I don't care. I don't feel sorry for anybody. It's a truly disgusting feeling to just know, oh, socially arrested self-actualization has occurred because of internet surveillance. Okay, interesting, great. And I don't believe the consumer has to be held responsible. No, because cell phones have been around so long, and this technology has really just boomed because of no ethical controls on limits. And because of that, or distribution, if you don't want to, then at least don't distribute it to the masses and use that as your science experiment. You need to have a control group of people that have already experienced life's pathologies and survived them that can advise you. You dumb, nubile, stupid retards. Like, nobody even cares about your cause anymore. Nobody gives a shit. I don't want to talk to anybody on the internet. I want everything to die. That's my first go-to is, I hope you all die. And it's not even anger. It's just, life is futile. You guys made it that way. You're successful. You are futile. I'm not. You all are futile, not me. Get it straight, you dumb fuckers. I've been doing my best. So any science geek that wants to see if we can make up and be friends, you want to make up some more lies, I see. Go the hell away. Go kill yourself. I don't long for anybody ever. No. And pretty soon I'll just delete everything from everywhere and I just won't care. I'll express myself, but I won't care to hear any of you. I'll have shut you out. I'll have really shut you out. And part of shutting you out is shutting you down. Because I'm not on this planet to suffer. Oh no, I've made it this far? Oh no. So don't get it twisted, you dumb knuckleheads. I'm not giving up. I'm just informing you so the rest of you stragglers, you slow people, can catch up to Cat Mooney over here, so young Owens style, you dumb fucks. Pioneer City, Severn, Maryland, Odenton, dumb people, you have no idea what I have been through in my life. I'm not going to tell you either. It's not worth it. You are all disgusting. You've seen enough. Go kill yourself. That's my answer for everyone I ever worked with. Anything. I don't care. I have no incentive to like anybody on this planet. You're not worth it. And when you're in this mind state of awareness, I can't be around those kids. I hang out with Stella. Pear won't even hang out with me. Stella hangs out with me, and she sleeps. This is what Stella does when